Moving on to invited guests, Mr. Ewing could not be here tonight, so we will postpone our sound bites of Snellville history until our first meeting in February. Is that correct, Ms. Moore? First meeting in February? Second meeting in February.
Madam Chair, if it's an appropriate time, I'd like to make a motion to amend the agenda.
It's not at the appropriate time. I believe you want to amend new business, and so when we get to new business, you can make that motion.
I don't want to amend new business. I want to amend the agenda.
Okay. The item you want to amend falls under new business. Is that correct, Mayor Pro Tem Witz?
Yes, ma'am. I'd like to move it up to the top of the agenda.
Okay. Well, it can be moved up to the top of new business, but it cannot be moved up to the top of the agenda.
I'd like to refer to City Attorney Powell and ask him if that's a correct reading on that. Is that correct?
I think the Mayor Pro Tem is trying to take the
action. Item G from under new business and move it to the top of the agenda.
I understand exactly what Mayor Pro Tem Witz is trying to do. However, it's new business, and so it still will remain new business. It's not invited guests. It's not department reports. It's not old business. It's new business. So it needs to remain on this agenda as new business. He can move it to item number A and move everything else down. But at this point in time, his motion is improper.
Here's Mayor, and I'm not trying to create controversy. It's just this isn't really new business. It's old business from the special call meeting the last time. So, and I mean, the body can do what it wants to in terms of its agenda. It can move and second and place it where it pleases.
Thank you for your opinion, Mr. Powell. At this point in time, the chair has denied the request for the motion.
Point of
We're
order,
moving
Mayor.
on to invited guests. Mr. Ewing is not here tonight. We'll move that to our second meeting in February. Under committee and department reports, Ms. Steele, I believe you have a report for the Parks and Rec Advisory Board.
Madam Chair, there's a point of order on the board. It's an incident motion that takes priority over the
Ms. Steele, the
moving forward
floor
of business.
is yours. If you'd like to come forward, please.
Madam Chair, there's a motion on the floor for a point of order and a second that must be addressed. We would ask that you address that according to Robert's rules, or take a recess or do whatever you do to prove that you don't have to do that.
Your point of order is out of order. It's not an issue for Robert's rules.
It certainly is
an issue for our charter
rules.
And how our agenda is set. You can amend the agenda based on the charter to change the order, but it is new business, and so it must stay under new business. At this point in time, we're just doing committee and department reports.
Why does this have to be like this every time? Madam Chair, we're not going to be, this council is not going to be bullied tonight by you.
You're
and
trying
not
to
allow us
bully me.
to do that.
Excuse me. I think the only bully in this room is you,
Ma'am, I'm just asking a point of order. I'm going under Robert's rules.
Ms. Steele,
There's a point of order on the floor.
We do not have Mr. Whitaker tonight, and so we will postpone his until our next council agenda, until he's available. Ms. Steele, do you have a report?
I would like it reflected in the record. There was a point of order and a second on the floor, and that the chairman of this committee absolutely refused to acknowledge that motion.
Ms. Steele, do you have a report for us?
Yes.